All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless me here talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. The mystery of the Trial by Fire back album photograph that makes Steve Perry look very distant and very detached from his bandmates. A reunion that was maybe arranged and not a pleasant reunion, even though the documentary that's out there, the famous VH1 doc that I refer to often, says that Perry initiated this reunion. Did he or didn't he? Was this a last record for the record label? In other words, the band owed the record label another album, and this ended up being that album. Did Perry agree to do this in his own way? In other words, did he say, look, if we're going to take photographs, I ain't with these guys, all right? I'm detached. I mean, this almost looks like it was photoshopped, even though I don't think it was. I think they're all in the same room, and I don't think Perry is hurting yet from the hip. I think this was likely taken prior to all the hiking in Hawaii and all the things that happened, which led to Perry saying that, getting hip surgery isn't a band decision. Doesn't look like he's working well with his bandmates based on this photograph. Now, the other argument is, Dave, it's the 1990s. You know what's going on. It's 1996. Everybody is down in the dumps in the music industry. Depression is now a really good marketing strategy. We are going to market the depressed people. All right. And Journey here looks kind of depressed. I mean, Ross Valerie, Jonathan Cain. It's almost like they're almost smiling. They're trying to almost smile. Steve Smith, almost like capturing everybody wanting to smile, but they just can't get that smile. And Steve Perry, he's looking off into the distance. He's like, why am I here? Why am I with these guys again? I'm letting the world know that even though I'm back, I'm still kind of an outcast. Remember what Steve Perry said about never feeling like he was truly a member of the band. And Jonathan Cain had some interesting commentary on that during the VH1 documentary. Same thing with Neil Schon. These guys weren't on the drama train. Whether you like Steve Perry or not, at this point, he's definitely got his own drama at this point. And I'm not sure that whole narrative is true. And I'm not trying to tear it apart. What I'm saying is, Perry initiates his phone call, says, hey, I've been thinking about Journey. Let's get Journey back together again. The guys had been auditioning singers at that point because they were also thinking about getting Journey back together again. Bad English was over, and the music industry had changed a lot. But I think what they realized is that branding at this point would keep them alive. And it did, because they had success. They were nominated for a Grammy Award for the song When You Love a Woman, which did quite well. I think got into the top 10 and reestablished Journey's mojo as a power ballad powerhouse. Jonathan Cain, one of the coolest piano and keyboard parts that he's ever written for a song. It had this classical orchestral feel to it, and it transcended the era. In other words, it didn't matter that it was the 1990s. It was a song that was really that good, and Perry sounded great on it, even though the video shoot for the song apparently was difficult. So maybe in this picture, Perry was already suffering, and this is the best picture they could get. And in a way, he's making a statement here. I'm in so much pain, and these guys want me to do photographs, and they want me to do videos, and I can barely move. And that might be the truth. That might be what this photograph is about. But again, if I'm the A&R guy or gal at Columbia, and I'm looking at this going, these guys just got back together again, right? Why do they look so, like, detached from one another? I don't know if this is the best message to send out. So this photograph to me is kind of like, it sends a message, even if it's not intended. It says, yeah, I'm back, but I'm really not that back. And it just goes along with the entire thread of, Journey's ups and downs over the years and their lack of true reconciliation with Steve Perry. I don't think Perry likes these guys, and I just don't think that they're ever really going to see eye to eye on much, even now. You would think with all this time that's passed, but 25 years later, and people are still curious about the things that went on. Somebody should write a book, not one that's, just autobiographical, but one that covers the true story of Journey, all the ups and downs, all the drama, all of the stuff that wasn't covered, say, in Jonathan Cain's book or in anyone else's little biographical attempts to cover the band. I think this would be a made-for-TV movie or even a movie for the silver screen that would certainly get a lot of people going and watching it, even if it was just streaming on Netflix or streaming on Hulu or something. I think it would be very entertaining. Will it be happening anytime soon? Probably not. There are probably contracts out there that are already written that say nobody can say anything about anyone else until maybe somebody isn't here anymore, in which case then all the truth will come out, but at that point, many of us won't really care. So, very interesting album cover, back cover of Trial by Fire, and it really shows the division in the band, and I think that might have been intentional. So there you go. All right, I am done. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and Patreon for just $1 a month. That's all I'm looking for. One lousy $1 a month. That's all I need to keep this channel healthy and vibrant. We had a tough few months. I don't want to say I'm out of the woods, but I can see some sunlight between the trees. Yep, that's it. All right, see you soon.